Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I wanted to briefly just go over with you what you're going to be doing for your final project. We will be doing this project starting on Wednesday. Now, you won't be doing the actual project just yet on Wednesday, but you will be doing some things that you need to get done before you start your project. So I wanted to let you guys know when the project's due and we start it, a little bit about it, how you're going to go about making it, and things like that. So right in front of me right now, you'll see that I have the extended school year program project up. Now we know that our theme is presidential election. And your title of your project is going to be If I Ran for President. That's right. You guys are going to pretend that you are running for president, and we'll be creating a project based on you running for president and building your campaign for being president, because we know that the presidential election is in November this year. So there's going to be two options that you have. So I'm going to go over this really quickly and also show you the rubric that I have, which is how you're going to be assessed on it, as well as let you know what the presentation requirements are, because you will have to present this to me and to the rest of the ESY program, whether that is on a Google Meet or you're presenting it in Google Classroom, and your peers will be looking at it and seeing what your glows and your grows are on your project. So here we go. So your project description is: after you've learned what is involved in a presidential election and the many policies the presidential candidates make decisions on, you will create a project as if you are running for president of the United States. You will have a choice between making a Google site or a Flipgrid video in order to persuade people to vote for you. You will also have a choice as to whether you want to work independently or in a small group. So now if you're working in a small group, it only has to be 2 people. It cannot be more than that. So like Lamar and Alexa, if you want to work together, or Marshall and Lamar, if you want to work together, Adeza, if you want to work with one of them, that's fine too. But you can have a choice of doing it with one other person, that's it, or you can do it independently. Now, if you do it with another person, you will have to, one of you will be the vice president, one of you will be the president. So you'll be running together as a team. So that's how we would run it for that. The Flipgrid video, you might have to make 2 separate videos. One of you will post a campaign video about yourself running for president, and then the other one will have to post a video for yourself running for vice president. And then for the Google site, both of you would share, one of you would share the Google site with the other person, so that way both of you can work on the Google site together. You can add elements together. So it's up to you if you want to work in a group or if you want to work on your own. Also, you must include policies you are for or against, as well as use one of the 3 types of persuasive appeals in order to persuade people to vote for you. You will be graded based on a rubric. All right, so our objectives is that you can think critically about information, point of view, and sources when it comes to the presidential election. You can understand and use rhetorical appeals in your projects, and you can create a project that will help you become a better reader, writer, group member, presenter, and thinker. So those are our objectives. So as you can see, my timeline right here, we're starting this week, and we're going to August 12th. August 12th is technically the last day of ESY. Now, obviously, I want presentations to be done before that, so we might have presentations the day before. I'm going to show you a calendar as well that I created for everybody, so you can see exactly when everything is due and when I want it due by, so that way we can have it done on time. Okay, so essential questions, I'm not going to go over those. You guys can read those on your own. This will be posted in Google Classroom, so that way you have it to refer back to. All right, obviously, materials, you're going to need a lot of tech for this since it's all online. I have some websites here you can look at. I have some YouTube videos you can look at. I also have instructions on how to make a Google site here. I will be adding another one, which will give you instructions on how to create a Flipgrid video. Next is like just a U.S. government elections, like how elections work, which we've already learned about when we read our books, but that way it gives you guys some more insight and some more research to do. And then these are presidential campaign sites that have lists all the presidential candidates that were running for president this year. Even the people that already dropped out of the race are on there as well, so you can get a feel for what their campaign sites look like. All right, so for your procedures, you're going to watch videos about presidential qualities and answer questions about each one. That's going to be like our first thing we're going to do. We're doing that next week. Step 2, we're going to watch presidential campaign commercials and answer questions. Step 3, you're going to look at different campaign websites and answer questions about them. Step 4, complete a Google Doc that will list your political views and your issues that are important to you. This will go on a Google site if you choose to do this project, obviously, the Google site. Step 5, start brainstorming your project using a graphic organizer. That will be in a form of a Google Doc as well. Step 6, schedule a one-on-one Google Meet with me to go over how you would create your project and turn in your graphic organizer. Step 7, start creating your website or writing your script for the Flipgrid video. So you will be given a rubric and a checklist to use as you complete your project. So I'm also going to have probably a Google Doc as well that will give you like a checklist so you check off which ones that you do, so that way you're on track for completing it on time. Step 8, get your website or video checked by me. It could be an individual Google Meet if you want. If not, that's okay. Then you could always just, let me know on Google Classroom or on Remind and let me know that it's done so I can go over and check it. Step 9, present your project to the group, either in a Google Meet posted on Flipgrid for students and the teacher to view, or you can create a screencast video of yourself going over your website. I will also have a tutorial video that goes over how to create a screencast. The screencast is what I'm actually doing right now. And then I post it to YouTube. You don't have to post it to YouTube if you don't want to. That's totally up to you. I just post it on YouTube because it's easier for all of you to access it, but you don't have to post it on YouTube. It could just be a screencast that is saved in your Google Drive. And then finally, step 10, comment on your peers' projects by highlighting their glows, great things that they did, and grows, what they can improve on. And this will be done in Google Classroom or in Flipgrid, because Flipgrid you can actually comment on people's videos. So, all right. So obviously you're going to have a project presentation. Like I said, you can either have a screencast video like I'm doing now, showing you everything, or you can show it in Google Classroom and present it to the class in Google Meet. So you technically have 3 options. You can post it to Google Classroom and students can just view it and look at it on there and then comment under it. You can present it to the class or to me or whatever on Google Meet, or you can just post a screencast video of yourself doing it and going over like what the aspects of your video of your website is. All right, and then obviously for the Flipgrid video, it'll be posted right to Flipgrid. You can also put the video link in Google Classroom under the assignment that will be in Google Classroom, so many people can actually go to the video and view it and then critique it there. All right, and like I said, there's going to be an assessment rubric for you. So this is the rubric. This should look very familiar because these are the ones that I use a lot for all of you. So we have a thematic unit project. You're going to be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 standards. Now, not all of you will be graded on all 7 standards. It depends on what project you choose. There are ones that are just strictly for Google Site, like as you can see here, like the first one, the second one, the 4th one, the 5th, and the 6th one are all for Google Sites. The reading informational text is for both because you have to do some research and understand like what you're doing first for both the Flipgrid and the Google site. So that one's for both. And then obviously for the speaking and listening one where you're actually making a commercial, this one will just be for the Flipgrid video. All right, so this is your thematic unit project rubric. So like we have punctuation, spelling, grammar, textual evidence, creating an argument, claims, creating a topic clearly, organizing your ideas clearly, formatting, developed a topic, connected, well-chosen facts, details, quotations, and then a normal style and like a formal style. So you don't want it to be looking like, you're going for like a fun looking website. You're going to have it more formal where a lot of people would see it because you are running for president. So there we go. All right. I also have here too, which I wanted to show you, is our calendar of when things are due. So like I said, we're starting it on July 29th, which is Wednesday. Basically what you're going to do that day is you're going to look at campaign websites. I'm going to give you a few and you're going to answer questions about them. So you're analyzing campaign websites, what's good about them, what's not good about them, things like that. July 30th, you're going to discover your political views using an online quiz. So I have a quiz, a website you can go to where you can answer questions and figure out if you're a Democrat versus a Republican. And then you're going to have a Google Doc where you're going to have to answer questions about that. And then finally on this Friday, the 31st, you're going to start brainstorming your project by using a graphic organizer I created, which is a Google Doc, and that is due by Monday morning. All right, the next week, remember, we only have 3 weeks left. We have week 5, week 6, week 7. We are done. So the second to last week, this is where you're creating your entire project. So you're going to open up a new Google site here. Remember, I have to show you how to do this, so I will be posting the video for that. You're going to open up a new Google site. You're going to title it. You're going to choose your theme, which is like colors and fonts, and then you're going to share it with me so that way I have access to it. If you're doing the Flipgrid video, you're going to start writing your script for your commercial. On Tuesday the 4th, for the site, you're going to add your political policies, which was done here on July 30th. You're going to add your goals for president, like what do you want to achieve if you become president, and then a little mini biography, like what are you about, where you were born, who your parents are, things like that, just like minor little things about yourself. And then if you're doing the Flipgrid video, you're going to continue writing your script for your commercial. August 5th, Wednesday, for the Google site, you're going to finish adding everything from yesterday. So if you didn't get to finish all this, you get to finish it Wednesday. And then you can also add pictures and videos, because if you notice on Joe Biden's and Donald Trump's websites, they use a lot of pictures and videos of themselves. So you can put that on there as well. That's like your final touches for your website. And then if you're doing the Flipgrid video, you're going to finish your script and start recording your commercial. Now, it might take you a few times to record your video. It might not be perfect. I know when I create Flipgrid videos, I sometimes have to restart. So just make sure that, you can do that if you need to. So start recording it, give yourself a couple tries with that. Thursday, August 6th, you're going to make edits to your Google site and get it approved by me. So you're going to edit it, make sure that everything, your spelling, punctuation, grammar is all good. All your sentences sound good. You have all the elements that you need, which is your political policies, your goals, your biography. You have your font and title and pictures and videos. You don't have to have both videos and pics, so you can have one or the other, or you can have both. It's up to you. So you have to get that checked by me and let me know on Google Classroom or on Remind that it is complete so I can go and check it. And then on the Flipgrid video, record your final Flipgrid video and get it approved by me. And then Friday, August 7th, turn in your Google site by posting the link to it on the assignment in Google Classroom. So you're just going to copy and paste the link from your website into the assignment in Google Classroom, which I'll probably label it Final Project Assignment. And then you can just post it in there. And then for the video, you're going to post the final video to Flipgrid and post the link in the assignment on Google Classroom. So you're going to do both for Flipgrid. Because not all of us are going to go right to Flipgrid. We might end up just going into Google Classroom and then looking at it from there. So you need to do both, post it to Flipgrid and copy and paste the link into the assignment on Google Classroom. And then the last week, basically I have it as Monday and Tuesday of next week. The last week is to present your final project. So like I said, this could be a Google Meet. You can do a Google Meet with me, and you can present it that way. You can post it, and that could be your presentation, or you can create a screencast like I am doing now, which basically has you explaining your website. So those are your 2 options, or 3 options for that. And then obviously the last day, we're going to do some fun activities. I really don't want to use August 12th to do presentations because it is the last day. Some of you might not even attend that day. So I want to make sure that everything is done the 2 days prior. So that way everything will be done and we can turn in, because I have to actually turn these in. I have to pick a few of you to give to the admin from ESY as examples, so that way they can see your work. So, keep that in mind. All right, if there's any questions or comments or concerns, you're all going to be getting this. You're going to be getting the project calendar as well as the rubric. So if you have any questions or anything, please let me know, and hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.